Right, okay. 1v1, Forerunner Survival on a 2v2 map. Playing as Anders. We are going to do the exact same thing as we did before. So if I'm being honest, I don't really know what I have and haven't uploaded at this point. There was a, I believe, like 3-hour video that I just kind of gave up on. Like I recorded it, stuff like that. And I realised that it just was kind of shit. And it was playing this map as, I think it was Anders. But it was on the, was it Covenant? I think it was Covenant. And we got to a point near the end where we were locked down in like this area here. We'd built just a fuckload of Cobras and shit like that. And we were killing Scarabs in like 2 shots. Well, no, I think it was 5. But we had like 20 Cobras. And so it was just not a threat at all for us. And so I was kind of like, well, yeah, I can just keep doing this, I guess, but what's the point? And so I took everything, tried to take over the map. I think it was, we got to a point where it was just these 3 bases left that we had to take. You know, we were very close to finishing it. And then it's like, you know, this main base fell, and then we got into a cycle where, you know, we'd like, say we took this base. By the time we were attacking this one, they'd retaken this one. And then when we finished with this, come up to here, they come and take this base. And we were just sort of trading bases. And then, obviously, when this one fell, it was like, you know, what's the point now? Once our main base fell, it was like, yeah, you know, what's the point? And so I just went around the map and, like, threw all of my last units. These guys are posing more of a threat than I thought. But yeah, I think at one point we were like 3 bases off. But it just, it got to a point where it's like, I could have sat here. As I say, we were not in any danger at all. And it's like, well, I could sit in this area and just refuse to lose. But like, you know, not losing is not the same as winning, right? And so I just got kind of bored of it, and then just was like, eh, fuck it, well, throw everything at the enemies, see what we can do. If we lose, we lose, and we did. And losing was a lot better than boring stagnation. I also, to some extent, I'm not sure what the last video I made, what version it was on, because since at some point, essentially this mod has been, you know, it's like back in more active development. The guy seems to be pumping out updates. Admittedly, they're, you know, kind of small. You know, it's like added one new unit, or like a couple bug fixes. But he's doing that, you know, I don't want to say every week, but he's doing that fairly often.
Reactor complete.
And this is the newest update. So in the bulk of the videos, where we were like playing as Master Chief and shit like that, that was the 1.6 update. I think. No, that was the 1.7.1, right? Since then, it's not fucking worth it. I would rather just do that. Yeah, so the Master Chief was 1.7.1, and then there were 3 updates, 7.2, 7.3, 7.4, that I just completely missed. And so the video that was scrapped was 7.5. This is now 7.6. The only real difference is that the guys added quite a few new units. Just mess around with some stuff. And also heavily nerfed mantises. They got like 50% health down, 50% damage down. Just very rightly so. Yeah, no, I remember the last video. I remember why I scrapped the last video. Essentially, sorry, person I live with came home early and set off the alarm. It's one of those things, because it was early, it's like, I can't just fucking ignore it. And so I was, I had to like stop the recording halfway through, just to be like, okay, well, I've got to go and fucking check that. And it ended up being nothing, but you know, when the when the alarm goes off, you know, it's not something you can just be like, I'm sure it's fine, right? It's a fucking burglar alarm. Its one job is to tell you, oh, someone's breaking into your house potentially. So that was fun. It just kind of took me out the you know, like recording stuff, you have to kind of like be in the mind of like, oh, I'm gonna record something. You know, I'm gonna talk about this game and I'm gonna do this or that. And when you're, you know, like, oh shit, is someone breaking into my fucking house? It kind of takes you out of that mindset a bit. You know what I mean? I really don't like that. These are the scouts, aren't they? Yeah. We have just maxed out flamethrowers as they have essentially stopped becoming relevant, which is not the best idea. I'm not liking this.
All units.
So we'll get a couple of each. No. I will swap you over to missile launch, because I don't think that you are ever... If infantry are getting up here, I think we've got bigger issues. Yeah, I remember the last one, because we had like the most fucking retarded base up. I think we started off with a supply pad, and then we went like reactor, vehicle depot. I think, no, did we? Yeah, because we built a barracks here. And so we had like the worst possible initial base set. Obviously, tanks go first. I want you to... yes. I want to make sure that these guys are locked down and... okay. That's not quite what I was expecting, to be honest, but... why can you now suddenly do that? The last time, you know, they could shoot the base from when they were like here, but okay, free range, I guess. I'm gonna do the exact same thing as I did last time, and just put fucking spawns in them. We had 3 level 13 Cobras, which... there's a reason why we were just not bothered by Scarabs. The extra damage resistance and the extra damage output that they got meant that Scarabs posed absolutely no threat at all. We very literally just did not have to worry about anything. Oops, that's not quite what I meant to do, but I was going to do that eventually. I think that actually is... I mean, it's not... I was going to say it's probably a good idea because the Phaetons at the end, those are what are going to kill us. But we're kind of not facing them at the moment, so I think Cobras are a better thing, a better like alternative. Plus also, I mean, dual launchers are just going to invalidate any sentinel threat, sorry.
Ceramic armor research.
Oh yeah, sorry, these guys. I don't know how useful that's going to be. Sorry, I just noticed. Is this...
Local units.
sorry, I would kind of appreciate it if you guys like attacked the things that are trying to kill you. Nowhere near as strong. Only 3 veterancy. The thing is with that, I forget exactly how it works, but I believe that if a unit attacks a Scarab and is like actively attacking it as it dies, they get a massive like veterancy boost essentially.
Deflection plating.
And so what would happen is like if we lost a Cobra, because we had like 10 of them, if we lost one without a Spartan, then we can just rebuild it, and it comes out at, you know, 0 veterancy, but because it can get 1 shot off of the Scarab, that counts as attacking it, and so it more or less like instantly becomes a level 3 one. That actually hit both of them? Fuck knows. I do need to come and sort of attack this base. You know, I do need to actually make a push, because if I don't... they will very quickly overwhelm us.
You got it. Hostile targeted. Give us an order. RPG out. Ready to go. Canister loaded.
All units.
Good as dead. Feeling fine. Marine.
Gun research. All units.
Can you guys like
I see it.
attack the things that are attacking you, please? I think it might be a line of sight issue, or just the game being how it is.
Healing target.
Power turret research.
Give me an order. Ready. Locking down.
I'm just
Shrapnel fire. Order.
sometimes I'm just like speechless at this game. Just the dumb shit that it does sometimes. Piercing shot. Probably just for the extra damage, really.
Target acquired.
Get rid of this guy as quick as possible. I'm kind of glad and worried that the Wolverine with the Spartan in it is being targeted first. It should have extra armor, and so be more resistant to damage, but at the same time, we found out last time, if a... like, this guy's on, what, 5 veterancy? If he dies, and then hops in this, this Wolverine, he just straight back up to 5. So we don't have to worry too much, but it is still an issue that we need to be aware of. So the big change in the 1.6 as opposed to the 1.5, sorry, the 7.6 compared to the 7.5, is a new unique unit for Anders, which is why we are playing as her.
Rolling out. Yes, sir.
Yeah, sorry, I think the last one we played was 4.
Thrower on
Cutter. I think, yeah. Yeah, it was Cutter because I remember spamming ODSTs. Because, I mean,
fueled and ready.
they're ODSTs.
Cobra loaded up.
But it was
Good to go.
slightly too much. I also distinctly remember that it gets split now.
For duty. Where to? Waypoint received. Moving out. Marine.
That the wave doesn't...
Firebase ready.
Sorry, no, you and you. Yeah, the wave doesn't... Yeah, like you can see here, there are some units coming
For attack.
from this base, but some coming from here instead.
Gun ready. You called it.
Turret complete.
And I don't really understand why.
Good to go. Fire rank. Give us an order.
This guy should be fine, I think.
Good to go.
Especially with all this lot.
Make some noise.
I mean, these are mostly scout units. There are a couple tanks coming in now, but
Air pad.
I believe that the Forerunner units mostly just get a bonus against like flood stuff, I think. I could be wrong, but I don't remember them getting a bonus against like vehicles or infantry units or anything like that.
Field
Kind of sucks.
armory complete.
This lot, sorry, I want you to
Local units.
start coming this way. So we have the... Oh, okay. Sorry, this is also changed then. This one Yeah. Okay, sorry. So there was a thing that I can't remember.
Turret complete.
Sorry, that's not what I said. I want that. Also rebuild you. There's one Marine. I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference, but
Local units.
yeah. This used to be a. It's the one in Halo Reach.
Upgrade.
Do I need to do I need to say any more? Because I really fucking can't. I can't remember the name of it.
Turret complete.
The like
Local units.
flying vehicle fellow from Halo Reach, and they kind of
Complete.
it's the one from like the introduction mission, like the tutorial that it used to be. I don't recognize this from anything. This one used to be a Pelican.
Local units.
It used to be like an offensive Pelican.
Supply pad complete.
I think this has just been reskinned, but this is a unique unit. Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Local
So now that this is dead, I believe that everything's going to come from here.
Ready. Lockdown.
I'm going to do that. Where are you going? You can join these guys, I guess. We will upgrade them. Okay, so we have this upgraded repair ability now.
Regeneration healing target.
It's honestly really good. Sorry, let me just grab you two. Yeah, it doubles the size. Still active. Yeah, like this ring gets doubled in size, and also the speed that it heals shit also gets doubled. And I said it in the in that scrapped video. It makes a much bigger difference than what you would probably realize, because you're doubling a radius, not an area. And so
High torque joint research.
I cannot fucking remember. It's just one of those like maths facts that, yeah, I should probably know. You know,
Complete.
I was talking about it with a friend recently. I did a it wasn't an actual degree, but it was,
Supply pad upgraded.
how'd you say, like, you know, like a BTEC. It's on the same level as a GCSE, but it's, you know, not the same. You don't go to secondary school to do a BTEC, you know what I mean?
Turret upgraded.
And so I did in that same what's the word?
Piercing shot.
Like same reasoning, whatever you want to call it.
Supply pad upgraded.
A university level statistics course, and yeah, I was talking with a friend like, oh, you know, I should be smart, right? But I feel fucking retarded. And then it's like, well, actually, yeah, because it's statistics, and the entire field of statistics is just complete fucking bullshit. It's literally just like the most autistic thing you can think of. It's like
Complete.
zero understanding of how actual, like, human life works.
Base under attack.
Base under attack? What the fuck? Sorry, my recording indicator covers that part of the minimap. I don't know what the fuck that was.
You want me? We're going.
Supply pad complete.
Hornet on station.
Not actually sure what the difference is, if I'm being honest.
Holding for orders.
It might just be
AV-14.
like simply better.
Cobra ready.
But you know, like
Stand.
things like ODST units, they're not
Hornet. Good.
just better.
Got it.
You know, it's not like, oh,
Generation healing target.
they just get more damage. It's, you know, like a reasonable.
Right away.
You know, it's something more than just
Got it.
bigger number.
Hornet.
You know what I mean? But yeah, as you can see, this is like much bigger. Also works twice as fast, which,
Reserves.
as I say, is a difference that, you know, having twice is actually more than having twice. It's like having. Is it just 3.1 times? Is that what it is? I don't fucking know. Spent all of my higher education in maths learning bullshit that affects literally no one and is entirely fucking useless. I say as I talk about knowing the difference between a increase in radius and increase in area, which is equally as fucking pointless.
On the ground.
This is where it starts to get a bit more dangerous, because I'm training flamethrowers. Fuck it.
You point, I'll burn it.
Give me a Warthog instead, just for fun.
14 stand
Um,
by. Hornet on the way. Navigating.
Adrenaline researched.
Warthog, good to go.
See, the thing is, we don't have cryo upgraded,
Local units.
and we're about to start getting attacked by,
Moving to checkpoint.
I wouldn't say the strongest air unit,
Good to go.
but I would say
Rolling out.
one of. In numbers, the Phaetons are, I would say,
Firebase
you know,
ready.
personally, the strongest air unit.
Local units.
Because, like, at least in this, because vultures can only spawn once a wave,
Local
because they are
units.
technically an Uber unit, they can't spawn like 5 of them at a time.
Fortress upgrade complete.
Whereas the Phaetons, they can spawn multiple on the same wave,
Local
which is
units.
much more of a threat.
Enemy engagement. Supply pad complete.
Hostile target.
I also would like the Cobras to come and lock down. You just have a boost ability. You don't actually. What the fuck?
Local
Guys, come on.
Target acquired.
How? How'd you let that through? Why did you let that through? You let it through because it wasn't in your range, but like, why are they going for this? You know, like,
local units.
I'm gonna sacrifice you 100%. You know what I mean? Why did they come down here? I do want to just make sure that I don't
On my way.
do a local units and grab this guy. I want to get rid of that guy because he is,
Yes, sir.
this one useless medic uses up the same population as... Don't have any anymore, do we?
Engagement.
uses up the same population count, which is honestly the biggest limiting factor in this
Turret complete.
specific mod. So we are now starting to get Uber units, which is kind of scary.
Base under attack. Enemy engagement.
You know, a bit worrying.
Local units.
The more worrying thing is the fucking ineptitude of, it's not really the AI, but you know what I mean? It's like, come on, surely you guys would have heard that. And what are you doing?
Target locked. Give me an order. Fire on my
Yeah, you see what I mean? I would say that 2 of those, maybe not 2, but I would say that like several of them are more of a threat than a vulture is.
target acquired.
See what I mean? Because that is now much more of a threat. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna bring this guy back so he doesn't get caught in the cryoblast and get stuck somewhere I don't want him to be. We're gonna be the next words out of my fucking mouth. How many do we have over here? We have 1. You definitely need, maybe not 4.
Complete.
We'll get 1 of these things. These are meant to be very good against buildings, and everything else is kind of irrelevant at this point because there's not much infantry.
Local units.
I'm there.
Vehicle depot complete.
He's just like, you have the ability to
Local units.
just delete things. I guess actually maybe not. It does only have 8 veterans. It's not quite at the 13 level. Yeah.
Regeneration, healing
I just want to bring these back, heal them up fully, or at least for one
Good to go, sir. Yes.
for one round of healing, whatever you want to call it.
Suited up.
I'm going to lock these down preemptively. That is going to be terrible for that exact reason.
Base under attack.
I'm ready.
Base under attack is not a
Aircraft.
threat to us. I don't know what this counts as. Because, like, I can say, oh yeah, Scarab, that's a vehicle. You see what I mean? Like, that is much more of a threat than a vulture. That sucks. I'm gonna let it happen, but I'm gonna bring this guy back. I will
Send me in.
swap out the Cobra for a Wolverine. Go on getting that one. Because, yeah, as you can see, instantly back up to 10 veterancy.
Local units.
Target acquired.
I still don't know why
Hornet. Good
it's
to go.
13.
Local units.
Acquired.
Sorry, isn't there a...
Local units.
Not really. I thought I built a lot more than that. Apparently not, but...
Orders. In the air.
like, on their own, they're not a massive threat.
Hornet in the air.
But the fact that they can... What the fuck are you doing? Why? How? I don't get it.
Turret complete.
Is it just like a random laser that's... Actually, no, I think I want you down here. Is it just like shooting off a random laser? And that's why? I'm gonna give you a railgun, I'm gonna give you a missile launcher. Fuck it. Might as well, you know, build up some chaff down there.
Engagement. Local units.
I believe that
Regeneration.
infantry units get a flat bonus, right? Against,
Ice up. Ice out.
against their units, I'm fairly sure that infantry units just take reduced damage. I think that's how it works. I could be wrong.
Hornet here. I'm on station.
Neural
These guys are actually pretty good.
sir.
I didn't get to use them very much in the in the other video, just because, say, you don't really face much infantry at this stage of the game. I'm not going to unlock it. I will try and repair it, but I would rather it die fighting than just give up.
Stealing target.
Improved.
Scorpion.
Come over here. Improve Cryobomb.
Local
I was just playing as this one because of the new units.
We're ready.
When I think about it, the Cryobomb is probably going to be really good because the Phaetons are going to be potentially insta-killed. I'm not sure if that works though. So yeah, we did hold it, so I guess I just go for a Wolverine, right? I'm looking at what I have. And I guess this one is the best option. I'm gonna wait until I can, okay, so we've maxed that out. I'm gonna wait until I can heal these, and then we're gonna go for like one full
System 3. Targeting.
cringe.
Spartan laser research.
Yeah, just go one big attack
Regeneration. Healing target.
with all of those. Just because the broadswords are better against buildings. And are they? I don't think they are actually. I also really like it if this turret could fucking survive for a minute. So we get a couple of those, one more of those. These guys can come run down here.
On our way.
Like
Wolverine. Good to go.
they're not doing much damage, but they're also taking very little.
Base under attack.
Orders.
Yeah, so sorry, I don't know if you saw that. It was just a random. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, it was just a random thing, like
Wolverine.
a random loose laser that was causing the
Yes.
random
Rolling.
like base under attack, and it's, you know,
On my way.
not actually under attack. Everything else is maxed out, I think. I don't think Gremlins are going to do anything. I might as well get those. There's no reason not to.
Healing target.
Heal these guys. Maybe a mistake. Maybe I should have healed these guys instead.
Missile loaded. We're going.
Enemy engagement.
Online and rolling. All set.
Yeah, that was my fault. I want the Scorpion up front for hopefully obvious reasons. Not only will he tank more of the damage, but because air units are more mobile, the range of the Wolverine is effectively increased.
Bomb away.
Base under
Get
attack.
rid of some of these. That wasn't really as impactful as I was hoping. We did just lose a Wolverine, I think. And a Scorpion, maybe? No? So I think we were losing stuff from up here. Of course we were, because they're kind of sitting out of range. Once you get fucking turret died. I'm gonna push with these guys down here.
Local units.
That's easily done. Regenerate healing target.
Stick a heal on them. Why not?
Blast them. Ready. Wolverine. Moving.
So we should
Warthog. Ready to roll.
only have one.
Local units. Turret complete.
One Cobra.
Wingman research.
So I'm gonna get another. It is a level 13 though.
I'll get it.
And
Suit it up.
do not underestimate the sheer strength of level 13 stuff. The difference between a level 1, or well, technically a level 0 I think it counts as, level 0 compared to level 13 is no fucking joke. So these guys are gonna face the brunt of it, I think. Sorry, you need to sort of come up and be a bit more forward. Once again, tank wants going the most forward. Did I not get another one? Oh. What? Sorry? What? How? Why? Why did that just rebuild? Rebuilds happen every 5 minutes. That was not every 5 minutes. Yeah, these guys aren't looking too good. Give me a couple tanks, and I guess one of those, because why not? We are obviously going to hopefully come and help them out in a second.
Local units.
That doesn't look very good. So
Scorpion rolling out. Relocation. Got it.
Base
it's a
under
ball lake.
local units.
It's a ball lake that this died not because, you know, I now have to recapture it, but more so because it takes another 30 seconds to do so. And those are 30 seconds that I simply might not be able to waste at this point.
Dropping the coal.
Especially considering that
Hornet here.
you come over quite desperately. Give me another one of those. You need to come here. Give me literally fucking anything at this point. Just hold on. I entrust that these guys down here are doing their job properly. Yeah, of course they are. Yeah, give me a repair. Oh, that is a fucking cunt. Oh, I remember that happening in the last one. I should have predicted that happening. Taking out the reactors.
Fire base ready. Local units.
These local units need to come and defend against this. Thankfully, they are taking some of the brunt of the wave. Because if we lose this,
Reactor complete.
it is quite annoying. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna waste some supplies building some supply pads
Station up.
in the hopes that I can save this, but we're not going to.
Local units.
I'm gonna pull you away. We've got plenty of time, but if I don't do it now.
Local units. Turret complete.
Have anything here?
Pad complete.
I don't- Christ, our population, I know I was saying like, oh, population limit is quite hard to deal with. Sorry, there should be some units over here, right? Yeah. You know, I know I was saying like, oh, population limit is quite an annoyance in this mod, but
Fire base
in comparison, oh, we just lost. Sorry, let me just come and check. You are a heavy air unit, which is an important distinction for when this guy pops. A heavy air unit, I believe, should still. Oh no, where has he gone? Where has he gone? Okay. Oh, you can. Right. I was gonna say that's a big difference. Right, I don't like that though. I don't mind a
been destroyed.
few sentinels, I was gonna say. We are kind of running into an issue with supplies, which is not something I expected.
Local units.
Oh, you're...
Base under attack.
Healing target.
Just go like that. Give me a fucking siege turret. I hardly ever use them, but...
Local units.
Hopefully you have just rebuilt. Okay. Give me another one of those then.
Ready to roll.
Can't even afford a fucking cryo bomb. Oh, that's
On station.
painful.
Them up. Ice out.
Please tell me these are possible to destroy with a single freeze. Thank you.
Standing by.
I'm gonna come and reclaim these. Genuinely, I think I need the supply pads.
Turret complete.
I'm not sure though. I can never remember.
Local units.
And that was a big issue in the last one. Sorry, you need to pull back immediately. Oh, that's a problem considering you're going to come for here, aren't you?
Supply
Just get in there. Doesn't really matter.
Regeneration healing target.
Right, this is going to be messy, and we might lose these Spartans, which I would really fucking appreciate if we didn't. However, I don't know if we have a choice. Reclaim these, take these guys. You are going to come down here, attack that, while the other guy is busy.
Enemy engagement.
Like these guys.
Complete.
Spartan, just fucking get in there. Why not?
Local units.
Locked on.
Didn't do as much as I was hoping. Jesus, down to
Supply pad.
20 units. Ugh. Right, that is really not good. Neither is that. We lost the Spartans. Losing the Spartans is an issue because,
On the ground.
you know, I like having Spartans. The biggest issue, oh, we might just be fucked here. Like, genuinely, we might just be like, oh,
Enemy engagement.
we lose. I think we do. Because look at that. They just tore through that with absolutely no issue, and also absolutely no sound effects. We can...
A base has been destroyed. Local units.
Engaging target. Spartan ready.
Like, we need to be very offensive, right? We need to be pushing quite hard, all that sort of shit.
Wolverine on station.
But we simply just can't.
Spartan.
Local units.
Once we went down from like 60 to 20, that was kind of it, especially, I mean, that's what I mean.
Wolverine.
That's the strength of these Phaeton things. It's not their innate
Base under attack.
combat ability, but it's the fact that they don't abide by the one per,
Bringing the chill. Dropping the cold.
like, the limit. Admittedly, though, fuck you. You deserve that.
Enemy
Yeah, because they can spawn more than one,
All set.
um,
Target acquired. I'm ready.
that's what makes them so
I'm on it.
just overpowered, right?
Base under attack.
Oh, so it actually does boost it, right?
A base has been destroyed.
I think that having, yeah, as I say, there is no way that we can come back from this. And the thing is as well, like with the Covenant survival, you are
A
facing
base has been destroyed.
mostly, like, what are the threats? Okay, locusts, scarabs, wraiths. Those are the things that you are worrying about, which are all completely countered
A base
by
has been
cobras.
destroyed. Local units.
What the fuck? Why are you there? It does move faster. Yeah. That was to be expected, to be honest. But as I say, because the Covenant survival is so easily countered, like the big units are so easily countered by the existence of Cobras, and just the fact that you can put a Spartan in there, it is so easy to simply just not lose. But like, it's kind of not fun. You know what I mean? I was just sat like where these Phaetons are. Imagine if each one of those was a Cobra. That's more or less what we had. And every time a Scarab got to like here, as soon as it came out of the base and got to like this area, all of these just unleashed on it, instantly killed it. And it's like, okay, I will never lose. But at the same time, I could never win, because as soon as I moved any of these to attack this base, like I would leave 10 of them defending the base as well as a load of Wolverines. And I would take another 10 and I would attack a base. By the time I could get them to here, get them to lock down, and get them to start dealing damage, half of them are already dead. The 5 that you could retain did not have the damage output to counter their damage output, if that makes sense. They could not deal enough damage to kill things to stop them from taking damage. And so we were stuck in a position where, unless I used the entire army and sacrificed a lot of it, we couldn't take this base. And so it's like, okay, well, I guess that's what I'm doing then. But then it opens us up from here. And then it's like, okay, well, I guess I will split half of the army to sit here, half of the army to sit around here. And then it's like, okay, I've got a second base. What do I do now? Because what we had here wasn't enough to take a base. And so I had to take more from here to bring over here. And it just kept splitting up the forces. And then eventually I just balled everything up and said, fuck it. I was going to make a... Is They Are Billions a popular game? I don't think so. But I just made a sniper ball, and I just went, fuck it. We're just going to go and do this. And it went horribly. And not only did it go horribly, it went horribly, and it went for a long time. And it's like, even this video, an hour, that's a long time. That's, 2 hours, essentially, that I have to sacrifice of my internet being shit. Did pretty good, to be fair. But yeah, it's a 3-hour recording, and I'm just like, I don't care. I just can't be fucking bothered. It was a bad video, and I don't want to tank my internet for the, 5 or so hours that it would take to upload the entire thing. And so, this is this is that video of me saying that I think that a 1v1 on a 2v2 map was possible, not because... Sorry, can you be quiet? No. Yeah. I think that the 1v1 on the 2v2 map was possible not because we were good at the game or anything like that, but because the Mantises were just fucking broken. I don't think that we could have beaten anything other than the Flood survival if the Mantises were at the level that they are now. And so maybe I'll try again with something different, but I want to play on a 2v2 map, but I don't want to limit myself to playing with an AI. The AI makes the game less interesting, for me personally. And so, do I just have to... Well, no, I can't really. I was going to say, do I just have to hope that he forgets to build infantry to start off with and just dies? But then, that is essentially just playing a 1v1 anyway. It's just a more convoluted way of doing it. But I don't know. Let's say the mod has had quite a few updates within the past month or so. Whereas that, like, I think the survival modes came out in like September, October time, and then there was like 3 months of just the guy doing something else. You know, he wasn't updating the mod, whereas it seems to be a bit more like inactive development. If you want to say that, I mean it's active development for a mod. You know what I mean? It's not like AAA game studio. Oh, we released a game that's unplayable on day one because we want to reduce the viability of physical media, and we are intentionally pumping out games that are broken on day one and require internet connection related patches so that you can't use the disc anymore. Or, you know, all I'm saying is, hey, if you can fix a game from unplayable to perfectly fine with a day one patch, the game wasn't broken on release. If the game is fixable in a day, you aren't worrying about crunch. You aren't worrying about time limits. You are intentionally pumping out shit games that don't work with physical media because that is what the industry demands nowadays. You know, there are things where it's like, you know, No Man's Sky, shit like that, where it was actually an issue with crunch, but all these games coming out and needing like massive day one patches, yeah, that's just to kill off physical media. Like, let's be honest. But yeah, he is updating it somewhat regularly. You know, maybe it takes a week to get a bug fix. Single person, single developer probably also has like a real world job and real world commitment, shit like that. But I'm hoping that the I don't know how long the 1.7 sort of series of updates is going to go on for. It seems like he's just adding a load of new units, which, hey, I haven't seen any of those units in any other mod as far as I'm aware. They're completely original. Admittedly, you know, some of the Master Chief units are like, oh, we took a Gremlin and put the Cobra turret on top, and it's kind of like a mix between the two. It's like, yeah, you know, it's a custom vehicle, but it's not like the Albatross or the Broadsword, was it? Where it's like, as far as I'm aware, completely custom and unique. I think he's just adding a load of like unique things at the moment. But I am hoping that the 1.8 update is, you know, when that does come around, is like sort of going back and just fixing up the survival modes. Admittedly, we are playing on 147 difficulty, which Legendary is 100, I believe. Heroic is 75. Normal is 50. Easy is 25. We're on 147. And I'm fairly sure that that bonus applies. I think, at least. And so, yeah. I think that might be why it's hard, but... fuck it. I'm going to do it. I'm just going to see. I don't know where they come from on this map, and this is going to be a fucking terrible map. Now that I realise, this map's going to be shit for this game mode. Maybe it won't be, because we're going to have really strong units, because we're playing on easy. Maybe. Hopefully. Otherwise, we're going to have fucking hell of an issue.
Turret complete.
I really don't like Forge for this game mode. There's just something about sinking 225 into supplies into a supply pad. It's nice that it builds faster, and I guess on this map it's good, but stuff like the plateau. The plateau, it's just better to have 9 normal supply pads than it would be to have 4 upgraded ones.
Flamethrower on the ground. Flamethrower fueled and ready.
I'm not sure if I'm going to go... well, it's a 1v1 map.
Supply pad complete.
We can probably get through it pretty fucking quick. But I just want to see if there is a noticeable difference. There fucking should be. Like, trust me, if you are used to playing on just automatic difficulty, and you go back to easy, it's like, Jesus fuck, is this the same game? You know, it just feels like all of the rules have been changed because they fucking have. Like, let's be honest, they just... the difference between automatic, like a high level of the auto difficulty, and easy is... I think it should be about 4 times. So these guys should disappear. And I think maybe it is applying. Well, maybe not. I don't think it does, you know. I think the reason why... yeah, there's no way that this is easy difficulty. I think the reason why is these are not an AI controlled faction, right? I know that that sounds dumb to say, but this is not an AI player, and as far as I'm aware, in the base game as well,
Local units.
I believe that rebel units, because like when you go and attack a rebel base, it has like a fraction of the health
Local units.
that enemy bases have, like the actual AI controlled bases. They have such a different health pool, and I think that's
Local units.
maybe because the difficulty bonuses,
Local
or
units.
like the difficulty changes, right? They don't apply to the rebel units, I don't think, and so I think that's what's happening. I think I just go for max supply pads here, just so I can constantly pump out these guys. Doesn't really matter that we're not going to upgrade them. There are reactors, obviously, over here. This is probably one of the worst 1v1 maps for this game mode.
Local
I'm going to
units.
pump out some Marines, try and claim those supply pads, get some stuff upgraded. Then we should be able to push out with... Yeah, I don't think that it applies any debuff. I think they are set. I would probably say that this is like... Do I just like,
Local units.
you know, go on like a 1v3 against like three,
Supply
3-4 on AI factions and just like spam flamethrowers, see how they do?
enemy engagement.
Because I don't think that this is easy. I don't think he's going to be able to get there, is he? Can I?
Inbound. Pick up coordinates set. Flamethrower
No, I can't. I never use that power, to be honest. The turrets will be able to deal with it. I'm going to pump out a load of Marines. 5 of them for each reactor should be perfectly fine.
standing by. We're going.
Like, realistically, there should be no way
Standing by.
that even 2 bases. I think if I... Except, I think if maybe I come to here and then go like that way, rather than try and go straight down the middle.
Reporting for duty. Standing by. Standing by. Moving. Marines on the ground, sir. Moving.
So these 5, you're just going to come and capture this.
Marines,
Is it kind of dumb? Yeah. I think we're also wave 3. I think wave 4?
Base under attack.
Nope, it is wave 3. I was going to say, I don't know when the non-infantry stuff starts spawning.
Local units.
moving.
I'm just going to tell them to go and fucking just send it. Why not?
Reporting for duty. Standing by.
They're probably going to be fine.
Turret complete.
Marines on the ground, sir.
Local units.
Like, yeah. It is quite a hefty sacrifice, don't get me wrong.
On the ground.
We did
Reactor.
essentially just waste 4 squads to do that. But I don't think that's that much of an issue.
Flamethrower, good to go.
I would kind of like some downtime to be able to upgrade the flamethrowers at least once or twice.
Flamethrower on the ground.
Turret in
I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. I don't think I need to queue that many up. We just queue up a gunner upgrade,
Flamethrower, ready to
just so we can sort of like build more than 1 unit at a time. So yeah, spam out some normal Marines now. So obviously the flamethrowers can't attack the air units.
gunner. Research.
I don't know if we're gonna do alright, to be honest. I don't know if we're gonna be fine or not,
Turret complete.
but I guess that is something that we're just gonna have to see.
Marines reporting for duty.
What do I want you on? I think I still want you on Flame Mortar. I'm gonna cancel that and put it on Railgun.
Ground, sir.
Local units.
For the simple reason of
Marines, good to go.
we have anti-infantry units,
Turret improved.
right? We have flamethrowers.
Ready, sir.
What we don't have is anti-vehicle units. And we probably won't for a while. And so I think... Sorry, please. Resources, come on.
Turret improved.
Rolling out initial dropping the herd.
Yeah, we're... Grenadier isn't going to do much for us with the Warthog anyway. I think we just need to take...
Blood. Research.
The thing is, as I say, I don't understand how the algorithms work, right? If I take this base, obviously this is the closest one. But I have a feeling like this, the one that is here, will still come and attack us over here. Also, yeah, get me some spawns while we're at it. Am I gonna waste a spawn and put it in a Warthog? Like, I know I like to say that it is, you know, it makes a massive difference, and it does. But at the same time, I don't know if it makes a massive difference when you're talking about fucking Warthogs. But you're gonna do it anyway. We've got one healthy one. Might as well. I don't know when the proper tanks start coming though. I mean, I guess... like, Spartans, at this point, they're not going to have... oh, you can hijack things. Okay, that's an interesting thing to think about. I didn't know if these were hijackable, but apparently they are.
Local units. Local units.
On the way.
Fucking suicide mission.
Marines ready, sir.
We don't have the carpet bombs recharged either.
Local units.
On the way.
Just run for it. What was that? That was... yeah, Marine Squad, fair enough.
Marines on the ground, sir.
It is incredibly dumb. I'm not going to try and defend what I'm doing here.
Local units.
This is just called being retarded and just greeding, like way more than you ever should.
Reactor.
But at the same time, never fucking punished because they just went for the spawns and their shields are just going to recharge anyway. So I want RPG. So I'm saying chain gun would be nice.
Local units.
You can't pilot it. No, you can't.
Local units.
I mean, surely a Cyclops is... there is a guy in there, right?
Cyclops ready to.
This is a piloted vehicle, isn't it? I wonder why that is. Probably like a balancing reason or something like that. I think that maybe just having a vehicle that does... or, sorry, a unit, I guess. I'm really not liking this, however. So let's try and bring things back. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, they've now started to get proper tanks, which is a bit scary.
Local units.
Guys, feel free to fucking target the Spartan shields. We're going to lose one there. But that guy's shield wasn't recharging anyway, so I think he was just bugged. This guy... I need you to grab these tanks. Just, like, take one.
Repair kit. Research.
I'm gonna stop that and do one of these instead.
Local units.
Okay, so we did get one. We got two of these. That's pretty big. I don't want chain gun. I just want more Marines. Give me more Cyclopses as well. The issue is, these are pretty strong. And like they're just not doing enough against them, if that makes sense.
Local units.
Like, yeah, alright,
Enemy engagement.
it's a strong unit, but it's not strong enough.
Local units.
Marines reporting for duty. In my sights. Initial coordinates, bombing run.
And I can't do that. I can't justify it for those units.
Bombs away.
These are just scouts. They're, you know, warthogs essentially. We do need to constantly be training shit.
Cyclops, ready to crush. Where to? On the way.
Maybe if I pull you back and allow you to sort of actually get healed.
Give me an order. Going. Marines, good to go.
I don't think that healing is strong enough, to be honest.
Ready, sir. Cyclops, reporting for duty.
Yeah, I don't think that this is a good map for this. And I think I am once again I think I fell into the trap of not being offensive enough.
Marines reporting for duty.
Because that's like one of the big issues
Local units.
with this one specifically, like these game modes.
You got it.
If you're not like trying to win, then you will just eventually
Local
lose.
units.
On the way.
You have to like really fucking try.
Spartan on deck.
Oh, cringe. I don't think I have to worry about that. I'm gonna stick Grenadier in the queue just to be safe.
Local units.
I would kind of appreciate if you guys, you know, stopped fucking around.
Local units.
No, I'm gonna hold firm. If the Cyclops dies, then the Cyclops dies. Yeah, I don't think I'm winning this.
Marines reporting for duty. Where to? On the way.
I'm gonna...
Where to? I'm on it. Marines on the ground, sir.
Grenadier. Research.
just like hop on. Just have some fun.
Marines, good to go.
All units.
That was close though. I don't know if you can hear the shield beeping. They can die when they do that.
Ready.
This guy has apparently also given up.
All units.
I see it. In the air. RPG out. Keep your eyes on the prize.
I would really appreciate if that tank didn't die.
Where to? On the way.
Probably too late to... No, it's not. Okay, fair enough.
Local units.
Marines, good to go.
I think I might have stolen enough tanks to...
Where to? Marines,
Sorry, can you come back?
right away.
And you guys, like, actually heal it, please.
Marines,
Sorry, that's another fucking
prepared.
visual glitch where it just didn't want to,
Show me where.
want to show on that. Man,
Marines reporting for duty.
they really do make the engineers look so overpowered, don't they?
Standing by. Yes. Standing by.
Maybe those tanks just have a massive amount of health and I'm, you know, doing an unfair comparison. I will give the engineers the benefit of the doubt and say that
Yes, sir.
maybe they're not incredibly strong. Maybe the Cyclopses are alright, but it's also they are
Local
only.
units.
Isn't there a thing where hijacked vehicles can't get above a certain veterancy? Isn't it only your own units that can go up to 13?
Here it comes. Initial coordinates set. Cyclops, good to go. Bombing run in my initial bombs out.
Ah, that was terrible.
All units.
All units, make a push. If we die, then we die trying, at least.
I see it.
Because if I wait any longer, we're going to start running into bigger issues that will eventually kill us.
Yes. Moving out.
I would appreciate if the Cyclopses, you know, kind of stayed and healed our big tanks. I think that's a better use of their time.
Marines reporting for duty. Where to? I see it.
All units.
We're going in.
It does mean that's like the big thing I hate is microing healing units. That's why I like the are they just healing sentinels?
Cyclops, prepared.
You know what I mean? Those healing units where you just don't have to do anything. You just press Y on them once
Marines ready.
and they just do their thing.
We're going in.
All units.
I see it.
I send all units in. These guys are mostly healed.
Marines, hoorah!
All units.
Rockets out. Cyclops, ready.
You, Christ, did they not take that out?
All units.
I see it.
All units.
I'm just gonna keep.
All units.
Oh shit.
In the air.
Yeah, that was my fault.
Marines, good to go. Cyclops, reporting for duty.
All units.
We can keep the offensive up. It's just I don't know
RPG.
to what extent.
Where to? On the way.
Sorry, you guys come forward, stop blocking the path, and actually, you know, shoot at things.
Cyclops, good.
Because I don't know how we can hold against a base being that close,
All units.
while also potentially having to deal with one from up here as well.
Marines on the ground, sir. Standing by. We're going in.
Yeah, especially when shit like that happens.
Good to go.
Give me 3v3 on Frozen Valley. On easy. Give me cutter, yes. Give me empty player slots. And give me 3 forerunners. I can almost guarantee
Local units.
that we will do a lot better. I'm actually going to cancel those now that I've seen. Oh, sorry, that was only one anyway.
Local units.
Now that I've seen which spawn location we get, I shouldn't have placed barracks there, but too late. Do I? I'm not. No, I'm not. It's not worth it.
Local units.
The enemy is moving quickly
Supply
and
pad
aggressively,
complete.
and will try to attack
Turret
us before
complete.
we're ready.
Local units.
Moving out.
I just want to see the difference. I am somewhat scared, but also kind of relieved to hear that that guy is going to attack us aggressively, because it means that we are not going to have to wait years to see the difference. I don't really want to just do a plain.
Barracks complete. Turret complete.
You know what I mean? I don't want to just do like, oh, I am playing
On the ground, sir.
just
Moving out.
normal, regular game.
Moving out.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I don't think that this is like, you know, I'm not going to say, oh, this is a terrible mod that, you know, I'm never going to play a skirmish with, but
Moving out.
I also, if you can't tell, don't know the supply locations of this map.
Standing by.
Um,
Moving.
yeah, when you have like those survival modes, it's just like, well,
Local units.
skirmish just
Reactor claimed.
is inferior. You know what I mean? It's just like, well, why would I?
Marines reporting for duty.
Local units.
Moving out. Marines, hoorah! Moving out.
I'm not sure
Supply pad up.
quite what happened to
Complete.
the enemy is moving quickly and aggressively. Kind of doesn't feel it. Also, this guy seems to be shooting the reactor and not the Marines inside it. Good for us, because
Units.
oh, sorry, you. Oh no, just finished at the right time.
Moving out.
Supply pad complete.
I'm just gonna build up supplies a bit, I think. I mean, we're playing as Cutter, so we might as well spam infantry. That's kind of the only thing that he's good at.
Supply pad upgraded.
Flamethrower, ready to burn.
We are playing as Cutter, aren't we? Yeah, of course we are.
Standing by.
So, when's the AI gonna attack me again? I'm right here.
Local
I never
units.
played multiplayer, so I don't know if that's
Supply pad.
I think it's just your team, isn't it?
Moving out.
Local units.
We're going in.
Well, we are playing against like rebels and stuff,
Supply pad complete.
so I don't think I have to really care. I think those guys can probably take out that base,
Grenade out.
like even though there's only 5 of them. See what I mean?
We're going in.
Just not a threat at all.
Enemy engagement. Enemy engagement.
Enemy engagement, yeah, is these guys.
New blood.
What the fuck was attacking you? It's probably an enemy scout, right?
Moving out. Moving out. Moving out.
You can get those safely, can't you? Yeah.
Local units. Local units.
Moving.
Sorry, I'm hearing shit again, I think.
Local units.
Moving out.
No, you're gonna die if you attack that. Come up this way. Just let me see some of the bases.
Local units.
Our enemy
Where
is
to?
distracted. He appears to be forgetting
On the
to
way.
train additional units.
Spartan, good to go.
Local units.
I don't think I need an elephant.
Local units.
Just gonna get one anyway.
On the way.
Local units.
Down here? No, still not. Come on, faster please.
Moving
Come all the way up there, just to avoid that extra base. Station, more supplies, please.
Local units.
Obviously, I'm putting that spawn in
Local
the
units.
Moving out.
elephant when it spawns in. Oh, so they are actually building enemy units.
Upgrade complete.
Okay.
Where to? Hitching a ride. On the way.
I'm not sure if that changes anything.
Supply pad complete.
Like, obviously, it changes some things. You know, like the damage output and the armor. But I'm not sure if it.
Local units.
I'm not sure if doing the spawn thing changes the actual train time. I would assume not, because that would be kind of really strong.
Turret complete.
Really, I should have built that one first.
Where to? Locking down.
Jesus Christ, did that elephant just take out a fucking turret? Isn't this like one of the least, like the lowest damage output in the game, right?
On the way.
That's like one of the worst.
Marines, good to go.
I mean, oh, well, obviously it's not the worst, like engineers are the worst, warthogs are the worst, but
Turret complete.
in terms of something that has an actual damaging attack, I'm Like, surely the Elephant is one of the worst unupgraded when it's just got like 3 tiny little turrets on it. I'm fairly sure that these are like terrible and deal no damage, right?
Supply pad.
Normally.
All units.
Grenade! Do it! I see it.
Turret complete.
Smoke 'em out! I see it. I see it.
I'm just... Come on, where's my,
Local unit.
where's the enemy units? I don't want to be,
Local units.
sitting here forever, you know?
Units.
Might just...
On the way.
Imagine if I could just be that aggressive in the survival modes. Oh, we would never have any problems. Obviously, we are only able to be aggressive because we are not being attacked. This would be wiped out in a single wave, at least.
On the way.
You know, they will probably wipe out this and the rest of our base as well. You know, they will probably like take out a couple turrets as well as this gathering here. Especially considering we'd be on wave 4 already, which is where the tanks start to come.
Local units.
Grenade on my mark.
Vehicle depot complete.
Where to?
I'm not sure if rebels do get a...
Local units.
I think what happens, maybe... Because I feel like we're taking that out quicker than we normally do. But also not
Our
4 times quicker.
He's forgotten to train units.
I think we might... I think easy we might get just like a double damage.
Goodbye. Moving.
And then like... Actually no, I think it will be plus 50%. Right? I forget what it is exactly.
Complete. Turret complete.
I think we might be getting extra damage, whereas on the higher difficulties,
Station.
it's the enemies that get extra damage. If that makes sense. So,
Setting up.
how do I phrase this? The rebels' health doesn't change. I
Field
don't
armory
think.
Complete.
But I think that
Supply pad complete.
their health relative to our damage is the one that's changing.
On the way.
Sorry, did I...
Enemy engaged.
I was just upgrading it, not building
Local
one.
units.
I see it.
Oh, it might have been a watchtower that the elephant defeated. Fair enough, I was going to say.
Pad complete.
Um,
Turret complete.
yeah, so I think that
Research.
we get extra damage against these guys for playing on easy. But whereas when we're playing on harder difficulties, I think that we lose the extra damage and the enemies gain extra damage, but I don't think these guys gain anything. So like these guys don't get harder
Supply pad complete.
on the super hard difficulties
Turret complete.
like the AI does. I think is what happens. Because that is going remarkably quickly. Like, they are not putting up any fight at all.
Local units.
I would also, like... You know, I did... I thought I was training them, but apparently not.
Supply pad complete. Turret complete.
Yeah, you see what I mean? Like,
Local
compare
units.
that to what we were just facing.
On the way. On the way. On the way. On the way.
I just realized,
Research.
I wonder how hard it is to actually get
Local units.
On the way.
a level 13 elephant.
Pad complete. Turret complete.
Because I've just realized you don't get
Fabrication complete.
You know, this is effectively... Oh, fuck you. This is effectively just a glorified barracks, right? But it doesn't get
On the way.
experience for being a glorified barracks.
On the way.
Supply pad complete.
On the way. Scorpion fueled up.
You know what I mean? It's not going to gain... It's not going to gain experience for, you know, making units. And so...
Supply pad complete.
just have to sit this thing outside the guy's base and just, like, farm experience on it. And for, like, literally no reason.
Flamethrower, good to go. Standing by. We're going. Flamethrower.
Increases tech level, resources. Trains aircraft, so he has built
Local units.
I see it.
some sort of offensive
Supply pad complete.
unit.
Flamethrower, ready to burn.
Just...
Local units.
not many of them for some reason. Okay, so I'm going to take one Marine squad.
Pad complete.
That is definitely increased damage compared to what we were just facing, right?
Medic.
Um,
research. Base under attack.
No, don't give me ODSTs. Give me chain gun. Don't give me ODSTs because
Supply
you really
pad.
think easy AI could face against an army of this as ODSTs?
I see it.
I mean, it's doing alright at the moment, but
I see it.
you know what I could do?
Chain
My
gun.
only experience with like modding is going through
Supply pad complete.
Factorio mods, right? And just kind of changing what's already there. I could probably just open up the mod, like the mod files for this mod, and just be like, oh, well, let's have a look.
Standing by. Locking on. Marines reporting for duty.
Just have a look through that and see how it's like how it works out.
Marines, hoorah!
Reactor.
Marines, good to go. Marines on the ground, sir.
That was
Local units.
stupidly easy, as expected, but
Marines ready, sir.
oh shit, is it raining?
All
Fringe.
units.
Okay.
On the way. I see it.
Yeah, as expected.
Hoorah!
The survival modes are definitely not on easy. They definitely don't scale
Marines, good to go.
like with the difficulty that you choose. So I don't even get to use the excuse of, oh, I'm playing on,
Mac rounds.
you know, the incredibly hard difficulty. He hasn't built
Marines, max firing.
anything?
Local
Okay.
units.
Well, there goes player 4.
Local units.
Moving.
Local units.
On the way.
We saw that player 4, oh yeah, because I don't count as an AI player.
On the way.
I was going to say, how is player 4 in slot 5? We saw that Red had built some units at least,
All units.
so hopefully this
On the way.
expedition won't be completely a waste.
Complete.
Give me Spartan Laser, and then give me ODSTs. No, just go after the base. You're not going to take enough damage to make it worth it.
Station complete.
You know, we're playing the game on easy. We don't have to worry about turrets or anything like that.
On the way.
Grab me these supplies just because I want to wait for the elephant to, to catch up. Give me twin engine for fuck's sake.
All units.
Sorry, I am still in the mindset of, oh, let me sort of claim this base. I don't want to do that. That's a bit risky.
Out. Rolling out.
Local units.
You know, I'm in the mindset of like, oh, I don't want to leave a base slot open because it's going to get claimed by the survival AI.
Main engine research. Turret complete.
Yeah, I don't want defense turrets, really.
Local units.
Okay, so, give me a flamethrower.
Light 'em up.
Give me one singular flamethrower
Standing by. Standing by. Standing by.
Station complete.
against whatever he has built. Which is looking like he...
Turret complete.
What the fuck? AI player 3? My guy, that's,
Local units.
Rolling out. Target acquired.
that's not what you're meant to be doing.
Standing by.
So I'm fairly sure if I do this, it will pressure him to start building units, and I'm just gonna leave that one flamethrower.
Local units.
Rolling out.
Enemy engagement.
Okay, he's building shit, he's building shit. Okay, go attack. That is definitely a difference, right? I'm not just imagining that.
Units.
Sorry, I didn't see what was here. That I
Local
couldn't tell
units.
from the... I almost said like giblets, but...
Out.
Come on, build some fucking units. Please. There was like
Local units.
an actual army for a minute.
Local units.
Why are you doing that, my guy?
Send us in. Rolling out. Send us in. Rolling out. Standing by. Light 'em up. Light 'em up.
Local units.
Where to? Yes, sir. On the way.
Like, it just kind of doesn't feel like, the same. They definitely feel weaker, right? I'm not just imagining that. Just fucking one-shot turret, Christ.
Enemy engagement.
Rolling out.
Claim that. Claim that.
Local
Claim
units.
that. You come over here. See if that's still an open slot.
Send us in.
Enemy engagement. Local units.
Yep, enemy engagement, but let's be honest. Not something that I actually have to worry about.
Orders. We're going.
So let's see
Station
if he's built
complete.
any real units. Where the fuck did they all go?
Station complete.
But yeah, there is no way that that is the same,
Station complete.
like, level.
Send us in. Send us
This must be different, right?
Send us in.
I also,
Rolling out. Rolling
I
out.
think
Rolling out.
that the, like, the easy difficulty,
Getting ready.
Enemy engagement.
I think it makes them less aggressive, right? I think that it does change their playstyle as well as,
Yes, sir.
like, the actual numbers behind it. But also, we just saw that the Forerunners were building UNSC bases.
Station complete.
So there's definitely something a bit fucky going on there.
Enemy engagement.
But, like, we can't even pan over quickly enough. Like, you see what I mean? that is not the same as what we were facing. Right, this is... They have... Like, the health that they have and the damage that we deal, that is just not the same at all. There is no way.
Local units. All units.
Just gonna do a big all units command and bring everything up to here.
Hell jumpers are in ODS. Hell jumpers.
Just gonna do that because I'm too fucking lazy to train one.
On the way.
And then just kind of go like, all units,
Station
just do your stuff.
All
Actually, no,
units.
just all units. Use your ability, why not? This should just instantly get rid of the base as soon as they all start launching it.
All units. All units.
There we go. Third time lucky and everyone missed. I will say that the hitboxes on this seem a bit dodgy, bit questionable. You know, maybe the base just has high evasion. Maybe it's just like, you know, maybe it's dodging. Maybe it's like ducking and weaving, and we just can't see it. Or maybe they're just firing straight through this bit. That might actually be what's happening because there is like this thing's taking damage.
Engagement.
It might, instead of being a bad hitbox, be a hitbox that is too accurate. You know what I mean? Like how some games will like model clothing, and that's like a separate hitbox, and it's like you think you shot someone and you just like made a hole in their clothes and that's it. That might have been what was happening, where they were just going straight through the middle of the base. But this was definitely different. There is no way that is the same survival. So if I had to guess, they're probably just like stuck on hard or something, maybe even normal. I think that that's something that I might have already like sort of deduced just from playing it. I would prefer if they did scale, but as I say, I think that rebel units, which is what these survival waves actually like technically count as, I think the survival, the rebel units, I don't think they get any bonuses when it comes to like health and stuff like that and damage. And so I think that what is essentially happening is that it's just stuck on the rebel difficulty, which is just like standardized across everything. I don't know how I would change it. I don't know how to code. I don't know how this game works behind the scenes. I would prefer if the difficulty thing worked, because you know, that way I could be like, oh, I want to play Covenant Survival today. I'm gonna drop it down from 150 difficulty down to 100, and you know, have the ability to do that and not worry. Whereas now it's kind of like, oh, you want to play Covenant Survival? Okay, well, load up a 2v2 map and make sure that you've got that second AI and fucking hope it's competent. You know, as I say, the survival mode is essentially in beta at the moment. You know, it's been released. It's had a couple bug fixes, but the recent updates have not touched the survival game mode. And so, hopefully, the next updates will. I'm saying something maybe controversial. I don't really care about new units. I think that the reason why this mod is special is because it has a much different game mode. Right, the survival modes are nothing like the rest of them. It is nothing like the normal modes. Whereas, or it's nothing like any of the other mods, as far as I'm aware. Whereas, adding new units, we don't actually have any at the moment, so I can't zoom into any. But adding new units, it's like, yeah, it's cool, but that's it. You know, it's just like, oh, we now have 4 options for infantry instead of 3. And don't get me wrong, that's cool. I'm not going to complain, but the reason why I like this mod so much is that extra game mode. Oh, well, sorry, 4 technically. And so, you know, I'm gonna download the newest version and be like, oh look, there's a new unique air unit for Anders. And I'm gonna be like, oh, you know, let's use this and stuff like that. I'm not gonna just like ignore it and just be like, not worth download time. I'm definitely gonna update it. But it kind of, you know, I want the survival modes. That's what I'm really interested in. I say the mod author is free to work on whatever he wants. So I'm not gonna scream at him and tell him that he's wasting his time. But the thing that I am looking forward to more than just like, oh, new units, the thing that I'm looking forward to most is just survival modes being a bit more balanced. That's all I ask for. Stats is probably going to be 100% survival rate. If not, we might have lost 1 unit at most. No, we have definitely lost 1 unit. Other than the Warthog, it's going to be 1. It's not going to say 2. It is going to say 2. We lost a flamethrower. Actually, no, sorry, it's going to say 1, isn't it? Because Warthog. Yeah, unsurprising. Squad's built. Yeah, I don't know why you did that. I don't know what was happening there. I will go and stick a comment on Nexus Mods to say that Foreigner seems to be building UNSC survival bases, UNSC bases in Firefight. I will go and tell that to the person, to the mod author, and hopefully it won't take an hour for that comment to actually post, because I will be tanking my internet uploading a 2-hour video when an hour ago I said that 1 hour is quite long for me and it will tank my internet for a long time. So, enough fucking rambling. I would like to be able to use my internet sometime today.